Are you alright?
I'm fine, mate, yeah.
Yeah?
I think my knuckle hurts a little bit. It's a little bit red, but I think that's about the best injury you could have, so...
Yeah, I think so too. From my side also, I'm okay so far. The neck is a bit like meh, bit in the side, but had worse, been through worse. Maybe tomorrow will be a bit sore. But most importantly, both of us are okay, as always.
Yep.
The car maybe not so. We will talk in a bit. From your perspective, as a passenger, anything like out of ordinary? Was I pushing? Was I being an asshole? Was I doing anything?
Well, the ironic thing was we had 2 reasonably fast laps before that.
Everything with this car.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
Oh my god! The bottom of the seat just pushed through. When you're out here, you just kind of
Jump, no brakes.
And that was a chilled lap. We're having fun, following a GT4.
We even tried not to record first. We almost like actually...
You almost turned the cameras off.
Because I said, I'm gonna just bring you to the car park.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they're like, oh, let's do an easy lap.
Yep.
And it was easy lap. We were just like not trying to push, like
It was
talking.
quite romantic, actually.
Yeah, having a small conversation, etc. What happened afterwards? The car understeered. We were, like I said, we were following GT4. It was all okay. And then in Brunchen, of all places, of course, to end up on YouTube, the car understeered. Your eyes.
Yeah. You're like a dog with a ball.
In case you're wondering why is there no crash footage, because we're not allowed to put crash footage in by the Nürburgring media agreements. Find out more on the upcoming podcast that we're about to record actually about that, so there's that. Whether there was something after line because we were more to the outside of GT4 to give a bit of like leeway space, and you actually said that yesterday there were lots of coolant.
Yeah, we were at Brunchen and we were watching, there was definitely something just offline because you were seeing understeer moments and oversteer moments with cars that weren't even going that fast in exactly the same spot. So yeah, it was just, it was bizarre. It was almost like you lost your steering completely, wasn't it?
Yes.
Like, it was almost like steering column went and we were just going straight, which isn't what happened, but it was, yeah, definitely lack of grip.
Exactly. Long story short, I mean, there could have been something. That's what I would like to believe. It's also possible, of course, that the car understeered because we were either on the brake, the weight transfer or something. However, in case of understeer, mechanical understeer, because of the weight transfer, usually you would hear the tire squeal from the loss of grip. There was none. And trust me, when Nanking Air 1s are sliding, you do hear them scream. So I'm just gonna say coolant, but as mentioned, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. However, I just noticed something very interesting as I'm editing this video and had the opportunity to take a closer look on the onboard that I would like to show to you before you make your own judgment. As mentioned, we have done tonight 3 laps, so you can see them here on the timeline. We have here lap number 1, and then we have here the lap number 2, and finally the shorter one is the lap where we had our crash. So let's go to Brunchen, the place of impact, towards the lap number 1, and I would like you to pay attention closer here on the top and the speeds that we are doing. So the first lap. So 134 kilometers per hour top, no big deal, all is good, went on the brakes and we turned in. The lap number 2. So again, Brunchen, look again for the lap number 3, what happens here. Turning in 135 or 138. 138 kilometers per hour on the brakes, turning in, no big deal. And then comes the interesting part, the lap of the crash. Here we are doing 135 kilometers per hour, even less than the lap before, going on the brakes, and see what happens in the top right corner. The ABS engages. The hazard lights means that their ABS had to be switched on because, of course, as you know, ABS is there to make sure that your wheels won't lock up because there is not enough grip. What could have caused that? Too high tire pressure? Doubt it, to be honest, because there was actually a very long pause between lap number 2 and lap number 3. Any spill? I don't know. Like, to be honest, at this point, it does not matter. There was something made the car really understeer, not enough grip, and yeah. What I want to say is that I know this car, I've done already many laps with it, and what happened with it, shit happens. I take full responsibility. Most importantly, well, I don't have to take responsibility over you in terms of everything is fine regarding that. So the rest can be fixed. And whether it was me or actually slipped, because obviously the Cayman in front of us went straight, but we were a bit more to the left of the Cayman off the line. And you could see me, you turn in and just nothing happens. The car just goes straight. And at that point, once I knew that the impact was inevitable, the first thing you need to do is always to let go of the steering wheel to make sure that you're not gonna have any issues. Obviously, I had different type of video planned, but since it happened on such a public place, I think you just need to hear it from me, what has happened. And yeah, the rest is all up to you to leave it in the comments. Now, when it comes to the car, I think overall, so far, I shouldn't jinx myself, because last year with the M4 it looked all okay, and then it ended up being a 30 grand damage, but we don't have any carbon fiber parts. We will see if there is any substantial chassis damage. At this point, the headlight seems to be a bit scratched. Maybe this can be polished out or fixed. This obviously is done. The wheels, the rims are done. The brakes seem to be okay. Oh yeah, the wishbone we saw underneath when the car was on the truck is also bent, so that needs to be replaced. We checked quickly underneath the bonnet. It was okay. The door is okay. There is a scratch. Oh, look at that. It's already going away. Door, most importantly, is okay. Luckily, most importantly, also at the same time, airbags did not go off. So this means the car is not a total loss, as far as we can tell.
Bonnet as well, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good apart from that.
But that can be probably fixed. We don't need a new bonnet, probably. We will see. Then, of course, the rear took also quite an impact once the car hit the front and turned the rear into it. So the wheel completely done. By the way, I love how always Pro Tracks are constructed, because they do disassemble themselves on impact, but they keep the pressure. So the tire is still on pressure. This is an issue because, actually this is plastic. So maybe this can be fixed, and the rest is actually not that bad. It looked worse than I thought. So we will see that then underneath. The Cusco trailing arm is torn off, as we could have seen also on the when the car was on the truck. So we will have to see. Here the seams seem to be straight and all okay. There's also lots of bracing. The suspension, yeah, you can see obviously there's lots of camber in comparison to the right side, so it's hard to say whether it's because the trailing arm just fell out or what has happened. I mean, that's kind of it, all I had to say. I just wanted to let you know that we are all right. Most importantly, there will still be lots of videos with the car, because by now we have 136 videos in total. So if we're gonna be posting some laps with it, this means those are like the older laps. And we'll have lots of rebuild content, right, Oleg?
Yes.
Yeah, you got some nice color. How was your holiday?
It was super nice.
Good. And then you come back to this.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. When we were planning on remapping the car? This week, I think.
It was planned for Wednesday.
For Wednesday? Yeah, today is Monday, so we were planning on doing day after tomorrow. Maybe we can do a quick fix and then we do a remap.
You think so?
Polish it
But
out.
at least we needed to install LSD and short the final drive, and now we need to disassemble the rear anyway. So now it's not.
That's true.
Yeah, so we need to be there anyways.
Yeah. So you find a positive moment, yeah?
Always, always. Of course, you need to stay positive. It's something that you learn from, and massive shout out to the barriers that held us in place, to the recovery service that there was quickly, and everyone else. And well, as mentioned, we're gonna rebuild the car. It's still, from now it doesn't look that bad, so it's still gonna be a giveaway. I'm sorry, guys, that I crashed your car, because we'll be doing a giveaway, as mentioned. So yeah, well, who wants a broken car now, huh? Oh wait, is this? No, it's fixed. Right, that's all I have to say. Thanks, Diana, for bringing the camera, because content. Yes. And we're off to shoot our podcast.
Yeah, I can't believe you're up for that. But
Yeah, of course, we can
keep
talk.
an eye out for that, the aftermath.
Yes. Right, guys, see you tomorrow on the channel with some more positive or maybe more dramatic video, who knows. Thanks for watching, and see you then. Of course, let me know in the comments what you think has happened. At this point, it only matters is what happens after this, is how you deal with it.